don't follow trends. Run it up.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The numbers for Evans in last week's ball game: 4 catches, 58 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
His tight end's good. He might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw.
And this one too low.
Somebody thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Back to throw here. And he wisely will throw that one away.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding. Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down, but on that one, the defense rose up and said, enough of that.
And his kick is indeed good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw offsides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
The Falcons had 3-11 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted just 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Ready?
Now a give. Akers running left and able to get this to the 31.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to pull that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans.
And he'll go down at the 28.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. They're going to look to throw. He completes it to Tate. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
I'm not blind.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They'll roll him out right.
They'll check this one down to Taylor.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. They'll look to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
2nd and long.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the brick goes against him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 1. And he'll just get rid of it.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
They'll drop to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor left side.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 35.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he gets in. Touchdown Atlanta.
Tyquan Thornton
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 3. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They'll look to throw now on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll drop to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now back to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Browns are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
They'll look to throw here on first down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
On the handoff, running left is Akers.
Down to the 25. 2 yards to gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
And that's why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mike Evans. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Browns have retaken a third quarter lead.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
It's a run with Akers.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
And they did. It worked.
Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They go pick up there 20 yards. They go play action here on first down.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Justin Reed. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And he'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Evans. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the element moments that go into making a big play. This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football right on the money.
A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going right back to Akers. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Evans. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Touchdown, Browns! Cam Akers, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand.
Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Second and 11. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Throw left side. There's London. Touchdown! Drake London from 3 yards out. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
Ritter will throw for it.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. They'll run on first down with Akers. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 75 yards on the ground for him so far. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Yeah, the Browns are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll run for it with Akers. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to throw now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He completes it to Tate. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On the give, this is Akers. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So now Ritter and the Falcons
Down by 13. A minute 56 to go. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Green jack. Right. Hey, red. Blue stretch.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And a short gain here, down to the 22.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll indeed take a knee. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. And his kick is good.